just adore you all of the time. I like to. I like to. I like to love you every day. I like to love you.
What is up, fellow summoners? Welcome to the channel today. Thanks for stopping by. I've been looking for a while now for a spot to be able to use my Mordo on offense. My original game plan was to get him out of the basic arena, rank him up, and just use him over in defense. However, once I actually did the closer look review video on Mordo, I was really surprised on how much I enjoyed actually using the character. He has a very unique playstyle that isn't necessarily apparent unless you spend some time playing with him. But anyway, so I've been testing in Act number 5, Chapter 2, just different characters, messing around, trying to find some good combinations to deal with the new buffs, debuffs that we are seeing in the game. And the first two quests of 5.2 both have the same power buff that the enemy has. It's called Power Shield. Essentially, it removes any damage. You can't cause any damage with a regular, light, medium, or heavy attack. The only damage you can cause is with your special attacks and then any sort of bleed, or in this case, degeneration that it would cause. You can also cause, like in Wolverine or X-23's case, you can cause bleeds, those still tick away. But the actual medium, light, and heavy attacks don't do any damage. So having a character that can quickly, over and over again, get to their special attack is going to be able to get through these fights quickly. And I found a really unique spot here for Mordo. I'm not saying that there aren't other good options for this 5.2.1 and 5.2.2, but if you're like me, you've been looking for an opportunity to use Mordo, I think this is an excellent spot to put him at. Now, I'm running a very unique setup here. Mordo's S1 is a 30% chance to stun, so the setup that I've got, the build that I've got, is kind of all pushing to be able to increase that chance to stun. So I'm running Black Widow and Hulk for a 25% chance to stun with all specials, and I'm also running Hawkeye and Quake for an increase of 15% to ability accuracy. So my ultimate goal is to stun as much as I can for two reasons. Every time you stun, gives you an opportunity to hold down your heavy attack, and the stun will be long enough that you can actually get almost to 10 stacks of Furies. But in addition to that, not only are you building Furies when you're holding down your heavy, but you're also building up power in your S1 very, very quickly. So by the time you let off the heavy, by the time they're coming out of stun, you've got another full bar of power, and you have somewhere between probably 8 and 10 Fury stacks. Now, the Furies are important because they actually increase pretty dramatically the amount of degeneration that you're doing. So you really want to, the whole fight, keep those Fury stacks as high as possible. So the way that I play it, if you've been watching in the background, is I'm not really attacking at all with my regular, medium and light attacks. I'm not doing any sort of 5-hit combo. I'm parry stunning as often as I can and immediately holding down my heavy attack. When you play it this way, you typically can get 3 Fury stacks every single time that you parry stun, as long as the enemy doesn't have some sort of, like in Groot's case, he can shrug off debuffs quicker. But if it's just a regular attack or a regular champ, when you're holding your heavy attack, you can get to 3 Fury stacks. And I do this probably sometimes 3 times, but at least twice. And by the time you do it twice, you'll have a full bar of power. So once I've got my S1 ready to go, I just stand there, I wait for them to dash at me, and then I fire it off. In this way, I'm not worrying about having to intercept or risking taking damage. There's actually very little risk for damage in playing this way. You'll notice that in the very first fight going back, Thor was probably the most hits, took the most hits to take him down, and it was only 20. Because of the power gain really helps, but every fight moving forward from this point is all less than 20. In fact, I think the last fight that I show is towards the end of the first quest, and that is with Spider-Man. And you think that having to mess around with his evades and all that, it would be a longer fight, but I actually got through that entire fight in only 12 hits, which was pretty amazing. But it's just a really unique way to play, and I had a lot of fun with it. The degeneration, depending upon how many Fury buffs you have, ticks for anywhere just above 1,000, upwards of like 1,400 if you've got class advantage. Do keep in mind role reversal here. But it's a very unique, a very easy way to play. Even sometimes, depending upon the champ, you may get pushed into 2 bars of power, but just fire that thing off as soon as possible. Then you'll be able to kind of start the rotation over parry stunning and using the heavies. I'm going to let this thing roll out. I don't really have anything else to say. I just wanted to show the gameplay. I thought it was kind of unique and fun. I had a lot of fun doing it, but I will probably continue to clear the rest of both both quest number 1 and quest number 2 with Mordo in this way, just because I think that, like I said, there may be better options, but if it's X23 you're looking for because of the bleed, I use her all the time, so being able to switch it up and have somebody that still works as effectively is really nice. The other thing I'll mention real quickly, you don't see it here, is if you are getting low on health, you do have the opportunity to use the S3 to gain some of that back. The lower you are on health, the higher percentage chance there is for you to get a health, so it's very easy to control when you're only taking block damage and parrying the whole time, when you'll be using that special 3, so do keep that in mind. Alright guys, enjoy the rest of the video. If you have any questions, leave those below. Link to my Twitter will be in the description. Ask me questions over there as well. Alright guys, I will see you all in the next video. Have a great day.